It's Entertainment Schmig.
And it's brought to you by Plaza Motors, the luxury car center of the universe. I have to say this. I am maybe going to take back every nasty thing I've said about Jay Leno. I don't think that I've said anything nasty. I don't really prefer his type of comedy. Didn't love
punchline-y stuff.
Watching The Tonight Show with him. I felt like he was, I don't know, he kind of pandered to all of his guests and didn't really push the envelope. But we've learned that he was kind of constricted when he took over the show from Johnny Carson. But the reason that I am looking at Jay Leno in a different light is because of what he said about Bill Cosby. Leno is receiving an award from the National Association of Television Program Executives. And while giving an interview, he had to say this about Bill Cosby. Actually, about all of his accusers and why so many people are still defending him. I don't know why it's so hard to believe women. You go to Saudi Arabia, you need 2 women to testify against a man. Here you need 25.
Wow.
Yeah. Make it 29 now, Jay.
And what does he have to gain from this?
Right.
Seriously, he's got nothing. I mean, and all he can do is bring up his name and sort of attached to an ugly thing.
Yeah, so many people, I don't know that they're coming out and supporting Bill Cosby, but I think their silence speaks volumes, and I think it's because they're afraid to take one side or the other. And then you have all of his Cosby co-stars like Malcolm Jamal Warner, the latest to come out, and he didn't want to say anything involving the case with the women, but he said as far as my relationship with him, he was always wonderful. He's a friend and a mentor. It's painful to watch this. It's like,
and I get it, and I believe it.
You understand that. I mean, you can't. It's an awful thing, but this is the relationship he had with him.
Yeah,
and so it's not his realm.
It's like a neighbor saying about another neighbor that gets arrested for a murder. Wow, I never knew that. The guy was a perfect neighbor, and we had dinner together.
It just puts the Cosby kids in a terrible position.
Right.
I think.
It does.
Yeah. Raven Simone has been asked to just keep me out of it, and Keisha Knight Pulliam was kind of like Malcolm Jamal Warner. Like, he was always great to me. I don't really want to
stop asking the kids.
Right.
They got nothing to say that's going to be negative.
Yeah. Let's move on to something more pleasant. The Grammys, and more performers have been announced. Miranda Lambert, Usher, Sam Smith, Pharrell Williams, and Common and John Legend will be performing. They just received an Oscar nomination and, of course, a Golden Globe win for their song Glory from the Selma soundtrack. Oh, and by the way, LL Cool J will be hosting the Grammys once again. It doesn't take much to host the Grammys. LL just kind of gets out, talks for a couple minutes, and then pops up,
I don't mind the guy. I think he did a good job.
The good thing is with the Grammys, it's heavy performance based. That's why it's entertaining to watch the Grammys.
Yeah, and I love LL. You know what? I should find that picture. Little Throwback Thursday picture. Me and LL back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there still Throwback Thursday? I thought that somebody threw that back.
Yeah. Some people are holding on to it because they love their old pictures.
Yeah, I know.
One of my friends tagged me on Facebook and said, "Okay, I nominate you to go back and post your original Facebook profile picture as your current picture." And I went back and looked, and I was like, "That's not going to happen." Sorry, I should have chosen, more wisely back in the day. Let's talk about 50 Shades of Grey coming out Valentine's Day weekend. Lots of women very excited. We just talked earlier this week about how it's the fastest selling R-rated movie on all of these online ticket sites.
And we're going to have sneak screening passes for you the week it opens.
Ooh.
So a bunch of stars on the soundtrack. Ellie Goulding's song already came out, and The Weeknd has a new song, Earned It, that's on the soundtrack. Dakota Johnson actually appears in the video. Here's the song.
And here's the song. When you hit it twice, that happens.
There we go.
Kind of night. So I love when you call unexpected. 'Cause I hate when the moment's expected. So I'ma care for you.
It's a sexy soundtrack.
Yeah.
I can see lots of people, going out and buying the soundtrack.
It's an Italian song. I'm going to care for you.
Yeah. But there are some things that did not make it into the 50 Shades of Grey book. Well, duh. I mean, if they put everything that was in the book, I think, in the movie, just because, you know, you just can't do that and make it an R-rated film.
What did they not include?
There's a certain scene where...
Did you read the book, by the way, Court?
No.
I didn't either. You kept
No, my wife did.
I don't mean to say it like that. I just didn't really have...
Yeah.
the time?
I didn't have the desire.
No.
It didn't interest me.
I did not read the book either, but there's a scene
I'm
apparently...
sexless.
You need estrogen pills. I got a guy over in Sauget that can get you some.
Oh, really? Is it like a vape? Estrogen vapes.
If you read the book, okay, you'll understand when I say there's a scene with 3 people, Christian, Anastasia, and Aunt Flo.
Ew.
From Progressive?
Oh, no, Aunt Flo, I get
Aunt
it.
Flo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did not make the movie.
Oh, so it's
I think
only
that's
49 shades of gray.
TV Tonight, American Idol auditions.
What's the matter with you?
That was awful.
Go lock your keys in the car.
What do you mean it didn't make sense? It was perfect.
No.
50 shades, 49. They took out one of the shades.
It's
No,
not gray.
What do you mean it's not gray?
We'll talk off the air.
Kevin needs some estrogen vape.
That's Entertainment Schmig.
It is?
Yes, we're done. I'm done. More online at y98.com.